Hello, friends. Welcome to Heath's Barnside Chat. My name's Derek.
My name's Andrea.
And my goodness, we are so glad to see you today. Andrea is the resident healthcare manager. And Andrea, why don't you tell them what I do?
You are the executive director / co-founder.
Thank you very much. Andrea's team is responsible for looking after all of the residents and the individualized care, the world-class individualized care program that we are able to give them thanks to you, the viewers, the donors, the volunteers, everybody at home watching. Let us know in the comment feed where you're coming in. Oh, there, I already see one. I see Montreal. I love
Alabama.
I love Alabama. You got to say it like that. You really got. You got to
mess it up.
You got to emphasize
Island.
Thailand,
Thailand.
Ottawa. Hello, friends. Natalie. Oh, I know Natalie.
Oh,
hello.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do know Natalie. Hello, Tanya from Kelso, Washington. My gosh, we have a lot to cover on today's Barnside Chat. Andrea, why don't you... Oh, it's going to be one of those days, is it?
Yeah.
Well, there is no agenda on today's Barnside Chat. We'll do the usual things. We'll talk about the resident healthcare update.
The laser.
And we'll talk about the laser.
Yeah.
We'll take questions from the Magic Rainbow Bag. And what else should we do? I think, and sometimes we talk about maintenance things that are going on the farm. So,
there's always stuff going on.
We're in the bizarro world. I'm not sure what my iPad is doing. It's
all kinds of fun stuff today.
It is in a strange bizarro world. I hope that we are indeed still live.
See some comments.
I do see some comments. Okay, wait. It looks like it may have disconnected and reconnected again. Anyways, okay, all right. I can hear myself in the earpiece now, so I'm going to take it off because that is very distracting. Oh my gosh! All right, so we are right in the middle of ending summer season.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe it.
And we've got some public work days coming up. If you'd like to volunteer your time and come out and help us clean up around here.
Before winter.
What sort of things are we doing before winter? Everything.
Tidying, making sure things aren't out that can freeze to the ground.
Yeah, I'm making sure that all of the resident spaces are cleaned up, the pasture cleanup, because some of the pastures get closed, right?
Yes.
Andrea, tell us why some of the pastures get closed.
Because they're not really safe for the residents in the winter, and there's no grazing, so it's just snow.
Yeah,
and they don't need to be out there.
And too, they will eat. I mean, because the grass is still growing right now, but when it slows down, they will eat it right down to nothing. And then they will continue to root at it with their nose, and they will turn it inside.
Yeah, because the ground doesn't fully freeze until like January or later.
That's right.
December. It's still pretty soft, so they can.
So we have protected
the pigs
spaces.
Can get in there.
Yes, we definitely have protected spaces so that the pigs don't ruin everything. Don't tell them we said that. We love the pigs very much, but man,
they are efficient.
They are. Let's call them efficient. That's so. Resident healthcare update. Andrea, why don't you give us a little update on Mr. Robert?
Last week he was really sore on one of his feet, so we put him on stall rest to give him some time off of his feet and let him get some medication into him. And now he's feeling way better. He's actually back with his herd now.
He is back with his herd.
He had a few days away from them.
That was a quick one.
Yes.
So congratulations to your
team.
team.
Yeah, we're thinking like a soft tissue injury, maybe rolled his ankle, his hock.
It definitely can happen easily, especially, I mean, I know how I am on 2 feet, so I can't imagine what it is being a quadruped. Okay, there's this sad video. Did you see this sad little video? So here's Mr. Diablo,
very sore,
who has a very sore back right leg.
See the swelling back there too on the hip.
That is as of yesterday. So this is just this is hot news. And Andrea, tell us what's happening. What's the team doing? What do they see?
So
what's happening?
He's down at the main par now in his own stall to rest. He's on extra medications. This morning we brought him out. He looks like 50% better than that. The swelling's still there, but the mobility has improved greatly.
Okay,
we did some laser on it this morning, which Dr. Canning was excited about. So we did some laser in that area where the swelling is. Issue with that kind of area is if that kind of swelling doesn't drain well. So we're hoping that kind of goes down its own. They did some cold therapy yesterday, which we'll do again this afternoon. And he's resting, but he is in much better spirits.
Well, everybody keep your fingers crossed for Mr. Diablo, and of course extend some thanks across the board to the caregiver team for helping to keep Diablo comfortable and figuring out what it is that's bugging him. Because that was. I mean, let's look at it again. That is a bummed back leg there, super bummed. So hopefully we'll see some positive. We'll see some positive videos, I know, from Andrea's team as Diablo.
Posted.
Yeah, we'll keep everybody posted. Okay, all right. If you're squeamish, maybe you should just go like this just for a second.
People?
Just cover your eyes just for a minute.
There is a lot that happened last week that I could picture. And it's interesting.
Yeah, I was in with the goats the other day. All right, guess who is it?
Gloria?
Yes, I was with Gloria.
Did you see the photos?
I was like, I did not see those photos at first, but I saw the area and I was like, what is going on? Because it was super goopy. Not the
one word for it.
Super goopy. It's a technical term.
Yes.
So if you're squeamish at all, just close your eyes for a second, and then I'm going to show you a picture. It's not a video, so you don't have to worry about it.
It's not the video.
Was there a video?
Oh, I don't think we do it. Probably the security cameras. We should take a video.
But you can imagine the video in your mind after seeing this image. So here we are. Close your eyes if you are squeamish. Close your eyes. Here it comes. So this is Gloria.
Oh no.
And Andrea, tell us what we're seeing really quick.
So it is an abscess that we drained. It was becoming so large, it's so uncomfortable that we actually drained it to make sure it was getting cleared up properly. And this happened because of vaccinations like a month and a half ago. It's really common. I think it's the rabies vaccination.
Okay.
That causes these abscesses, and it happens every year, no matter what we do.
So if you like to pimple pop, or
That's
if you like any of those videos where you go splat, that's exactly what happened. Yes. So I mean, she's
got it all out.
She was running around the yard, not caring.
She was really patient for that. I think it was much relief.
I can imagine. I can imagine based on the.
It was brewing for a while, and we couldn't express it right away because the vaccine was still in there, but we were able to last week.
No. You know, I remember abscesses being a popular thing during spring inoculation when I was working every day with the
usually the rabies vaccinations.
And I remember just being
they get tetanus and rabies.
Annoying.
Yeah, we had to check every day, and then there's flies. And
how annoying for them! Like, because it's like they're the only well, I shouldn't say they're the only ones, but they're the ones that are susceptible to it the most.
Yeah.
If you missed Andrea's team's Bear Care Healthcare Corner, they had an exciting episode this past week, and we're going to highlight a few of the things. I hope you like this video.
Hey everyone, this is Nicole. I'm here in pasture 8, and I'm just getting it ready to bring the main herd over for a special VIP walk. You may have seen on social media recently that we brought the main herd over to this pasture. We have a really nice patch of apple trees here that's dropping lots and lots of apples. So we're just bringing the main herd over just for a little special morning treat before it gets too hot. So part of the process of doing any resident movements is doing a walk around the whole pasture, just to make sure that all the gates are shut properly, checking in with everyone who's on site just to make sure that nobody's doing any work here. So that's just what I'm doing right now. So just walking around, making sure that it's all ready for them. There are so many apples here, and we actually tried them last week and we were expecting them to be bitter, but they're actually super delicious, a little bit of tartness, nice and sweet, so the pigs love them. So here I'm just walking the perimeter of the pasture, lots of gates in pasture 8, so just making sure that they're all secured, that no one is going to try and get into trouble when they're over here. All good here. Some really nice grass.
To check out the rest of the video, seeing the pigs all gorging on apples. Make sure you check out that whole episode. It's super exciting.
It was a really cute video by Nicole.
So I was in the backyard of the main farmhouse, and I heard all this trotting.
Wait,
there we are. I followed you. all this
I
trotting
love that
along the
sound.
pig highway.
And all of them too.
Yes, all
Hey,
of
to
them.
you.
Little Noxley, and then
Hi,
April,
baby. Hi.
my
Hi,
favorite.
baby. Good girl.
I had to
Going
have a
out to
little
pasture?
talk with April
She
as,
likes to
Gonna
stop and
go out
talk
to
to
as
pasture,
you.
she
eat some
went by.
apples?
So the Pig Highway, of
Love
course,
you.
is part of
I
the
love you. I'll see
Summer
you
Sparkle
after.
campaign,
Have
a very
fun.
pivotal thing that we put in that we can expect to have years and years and years of positive
Have
outcome
fun.
from that
Yes.
project. And those apple trees.
Yes. There's a lot.
There
That's so
are a
much
lot of apple
fun,
trees. Okay, let's
Jojo.
talk about this guy, Andrea.
Sir Denver.
Sir Denver.
Have you seen the
Sorry.
picture? He is with Pouty.
So, Andrew, why don't you give us an update on Mr. Denver,
So,
where we've been? So, last week I showed a very sad picture of Mr. Denver in this cage like device known as the squeeze. It's an appropriate device that you use to handle big boys like Mr. Denver. Andrew, tell us what happened.
So it was like a while back, a few months maybe, we noticed his eye was kind of swelling and doing different things. When the vet came out, she thought it was an abscess in his eye, and we've been treating him with injectable antibiotics and antibiotic eye drops for a few weeks. And of last week, when the vet came out to do a recheck, she gave him.
Hold on. Watch this video, everybody. Oh, he's so happy.
He was extremely happy because they were separated for a few weeks, so we could do Denver's eye drops.
Pouty told me every night when I go on a sunset walk, any night well, I mean, most nights I go on a walk, but it's my sunset walk, and Pouty would tell me very sad stories about being separated. But you know, we're glad that they're back together. We're glad that Denver's eye abscess is looks like it's healed.
It does look like it's healed. We'll keep an eye on it.
But ting. Okay, where are we on the roll here? Here we go. We're excited. We need some volunteer help. We've got regular volunteer jobs, and we also have, it's like we got to come right outside here for this one. We're looking for volunteers to help us with morning and afternoon barn chores. If that's not something that you can facilitate, don't worry, because we have public volunteer work days where you can sign up and come and visit just one time, and you can fawn over this guy here who's in charge of registration. Phil is definitely here doing registration. You can head on over to happilyeverafter.ca and you can check out the events calendar and come and join us for a volunteer workday. We would love to have you. It's now time for Andrew, what's it time for?
We're doing Magic Rainbow Bag?
It's time for the Magic Rainbow Bag! It's time for the Magic Rainbow Bag. And all your questions from last week are inside the Magic Rainbow Bag. It exists. There it is with a luggage tag flown around the world.
Just in case we lose
This
it.
year, yeah, just in case we lose it. Good one. So, first question. If you have a question you'd like answered, just put it in the comment feed below, and we'll do our best to get it answered in a timely fashion. First question from Christina says, would the laser help Robert? Andrea, you want to go with that one?
We were going to go do him, but then he was better, so he didn't get to use it, but we have used it on many residents.
Who else got to use the laser?
We did Hercules when his foot was sore.
Okay.
When it was last week, but he's doing better.
Okay.
Diablo is swelling on his leg.
Okay.
Who else did I do this morning? Oh, Ray has a cut on him. We did his.
Nice.
It's good for injuries.
It speeds healing up, doesn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it brings positive blood flow to the area, which is exactly what you need for healing. So good question. Next question from the Rainbow Bag. Michelle wants to know, is there a new leader of the
Great
pig
question.
herd? Why don't you go for it?
I don't know if it's so linear that like somebody's taken over. April's way up there. Like April was like just under Dan before. So if you're gonna call somebody a leader, she would appreciate that. But
I would definitely say
they all respect her. They don't challenge her at mealtime, which says a lot.
Yeah, I would say April for sure. But within the different, there's different social groups, so they're not all hanging out at the same time, except for 2 times a day, which is usually dinner time and breakfast time. So, but yeah, Mama's still reigning. So
nobody's challenged her. And there's been some interesting social mingling.
Go for it.
Yeah, we've seen some different groups. I saw Rain with April a bunch of different times, not like snuggling, but in the same stall.
Oh.
I don't know what he's trying to do, but
oh,
it
that's
was really cute.
heartwarming. That's unexpected.
Yeah, really unexpected because in terms of hierarchy, he's like on the bottom. So.
Great question. Here comes the next question on the from the Rainbow Bag. We got Katie. How is Corno?
He's great.
Yeah, he's
doing a great time in Dolly's house.
He's doing his bird thing.
Friends.
I thought I'd be able to see him. Sometimes you can see him from here.
He looks so little beside Ferdinand.
What's the size difference between the two of them?
About 20 pounds. Like a whole turkey.
A whole other turkey indeed. Because how heavy is Cornelius?
Just under 20.
Yeah.
And Ferdinand's close to 40.
They're doing wonderful.
Yes.
The relationships that they have out there in Dolly's house. Dolly's house is the most unique feeding situation.
Oh, feeding is interesting.
And making sure everybody gets their meds. Cornelius is on daily medicine. He gets laser treatment.
Feet, arthritis in his feet.
He's doing amazing. Thank you for asking about Cornelius. Here we are. Next question. Can you store the apples for winter munching? Well, I mean, we could. I guess we could if that was our motive. We would probably be pretty good at storing apples. But apples storage is not our thing. We're going to leave that to the professionals. There's an orchard down the road. They have this warehouse that they basically remove all of the air from, so that there's no oxidation. So that you can have fresh apples all year round. But the amount of apples that we have on the property this year is bar none.
It's abnormal.
It's an abnormal amount for sure.
All the trees are going.
But the apples are like they have wormholes in them, and they weren't.
By the time they fall in, they're bruised. And
they weren't
picked.
It
would take us a long time to pick all those apples.
Oh my gosh! So the ones that we eat, the ones that we collect, they get fed out instantly, or the residents live in areas where
forage themselves.
Yeah. So that's a great question about food storage. The reality is that the it would just become such an ordeal to keep the apples from freezing.
Yeah.
Winters are treacherous around here, and keeping spaces heated for. Anyways, I babbled on long enough about why we're
Any
not going to
food
store
storage.
apples. Yeah, here we are. How do the animals react in thunderstorms? Oh,
I know if the goats, well, it's more about the rain, but if the goats are on pasture and there's a bit of rain coming or thunder, they run inside.
they do.
I think about them.
I think that the big rumblings, I think they would become used to it, like because
train.
we're not, we have thunderstorms all the time. It's I mean in the summer and sometimes in the winter. Like last winter there was a couple
Did
of
we?
snow thunderstorms, which
don't think I've ever experienced that.
it was wild. But yeah, the residents are used to it. So I think like you and I getting used to it, but they still get startled. I mean, like those really big cracks that come through in a thunderstorm that are so close. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm scared of thunderstorms, but man, when those big cracks come through,
Pretty intense.
Yeah, they make my heart go a little bit faster. So that's a great question. Thank you so much, Mary Lee. We have time for some more questions here. Pat Jenkins, what keeps Phil and Enrique and others who... Can you read that?
Roam free from running off the property.
Oh, thank you, Andrea. Andrea, do you want to go for that one?
Enrique, he's kept inside overnight. And Phil, I guess he stays in the house. So
yeah,
they're free roaming folks. And Claudia's always in her bed. she's literally in her bed right now.
Here, I'm gonna pan the camera to see.
Claudia.
I don't know if we. Oh yeah, there we are. Claudia is literally always
in her bed.
Always in her
we always know where she is.
She has her kingdom to reign over, so that's how they stay safe. Let's see what the next 2 more questions we got here in the rainbow bag. This one's from Terry. Will piggies get a tummy ache if they eat too many apples?
They will, just like us. And know what they get for it? Pepto-Bismol, just like us. So when we let them out, we do a kind of count, like, okay, there's 18 pigs going into this area. Is this too many apples? And the one day they did have quite a bit. Tim did get a bit of a bellyache, so he got some Pepto-Bismol that first day when they hadn't been in there for a while. But we're pretty cautious of how much is on the ground and if they're going to be overeating them, because they will just keep eating and kind of ignore, like, oh, I'm getting a little bit of an upset tummy. But
yeah, I mean, my experience with animals eating too much is that it happens a couple times in their life and they get that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I've overdone it, and they make themselves sick, and then they remember that, like they pigs specifically I'm talking about, maybe not the Cornishes, because the Cornishes would would just eat, never feel full. So
yeah, that's more dangerous. Like if we let the equine into a pasture where they're gorging on apples, that's super dangerous. Horses can't throw up. But we're really careful with those kind of situations.
This past week, we had a couple of regular volunteers, that went around the property surveying the trees. And
perfect year to do it.
Yeah, and adding to our ground map so we know where the nut trees are and we know where the fruit trees are. There are a lot of nuts.
See them all ready to go.
There are these ones that are called pig nuts, and they're from a black walnut.
Is it a hickory?
Tree. Is it a hickory? Okay, and then there's the black walnuts.
Black walnuts,
which
different,
are the bigger
and those little
ones
that the pigs love to eat. They eat some of the black walnuts, but the husk is really, I don't know, pungent.
I like the smell of the
husk.
It. Yeah.
But the taste of it, they're like, ooh, yeah.
The squirrels love the husks, I think, and then the pigs.
Them?
Yeah. I think this is the last question. Does Ferdinand need more people time?
Maybe. Or less. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he needs. We've tried both. We're in there more. We're in there less. He's just a boy.
He can do what he wants and like who he wants, and just as there's some people that don't like the company of other people. People like solitude. People recharge in solitude. Everybody is allowed to be who they want to be here. And if Ferdinand doesn't want to have human friends, then
now he doesn't.
Then he must have watched too much news or something.
What he did.
It's time for the Sanctuary Weather Report.
My favorite season. Well, it's not fall yet, but it's feeling like fall. We're finally getting some nice. Oh, it's 21 today. That's the best. It's super sunny. Very cool. Overnights are cool. and it's kind of staying similar, 20 all week. We did have a weird heat wave last week, which we all survived. It was probably hotter than any other time in the summer. It was very bizarre, very unseasonal. A little bit of rain, looking really, really nice coming up this week. I'm excited for it. Low UV.
I'm excited for the change of the leaves.
It's
It is
my drive here, I'm starting to see it.
Yeah, little scared trees turning all red, like ah. And, it's interesting to watch which trees get scared into fall first, but
Nothing here
it's
yet.
coming.
Not too much here yet.
I was scrolling through my news feed this week, and this popped up, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, I have to run out! I know that's
You know
Snout!
who that
I
is
know
immediately.
that's Snout right away." If you played
lip.
along, it's the
little lip.
It's the lip I wanted.
That could be Peggy, but it's the lip.
Yup, that's Mama. Mama had an injury to her lip, and that little curved lip, that little
pokes it in.
that little pokey, that beautiful lady, that is April. Wow, what's this video? Oh, Andrea, what's that?
Oh, it's a puffball. I thought it was a snake for a second. I got excited.
It is a puffball. A puffball mushroom has been spotted. I'll play it again so you can see it. There it is in the woods.
Did you ever eat one here?
I did, yes. Made a big pot of soup and froze a bunch of it. So that mushroom right there, I'm going to play it again because I'm so excited, is bigger than my head.
There's been
which
so many mushrooms this year.
I have a big head. Look at the size of it. It's huge. That puffball mushroom there is probably 6 or 7 pounds. And I've been keeping my eye. That is between 9 and 10 along the trail to the orchard. Yeah, so look for it. It's on the northeast side. Yeah, it's there. And here's something else that I thought was super pretty that I captured. Was just one single little pink flower. Cute. Yeah, there was some wildflowers planted along the north road, along the rock wall. And this is the first wildflower poking up there. It's going to be so beautiful. Just, you got to stand out in the crowd, and that's the one. Come and join us for a tour. We have more tours coming up. You'll see a link appear by magic below. Remember when this guy came into our lives? Remember, it's Mr. Sammy. I can't find my space. There we are. I went the wrong way. Mr. Sammy.
He was so little. He was sitting on somebody's lap in the car. That's how small he was. His little head tilt.
How big is he now?
Hercules is 700 pounds. He's just slightly under that.
Look at that little handsome man who has grown into such a loving person. He did grow so fast. Come and join us for a work day. Come and join us for a tour. Come and fawn over this guy. Come and have a field day. Check out the smile on. I don't know if you saw this picture, Andrea, but get close. Look at the smile. Like you can see his. I know the teeth on him. He is just so happy. You can come and visit this lady. Oh. That's JoJo. Is that Jolene? JoJo. Yeah, Jolene.
Robert has that same forehead.
You can come and see the single-tooth wonder of the world.
Look at his face. He's amazing.
Mr. Obama. You can come and see Mr. Ted. Oh, Mr. Ted. Who are these folks here? It's hard for me to tell.
Hercules and Mercy. I think his ears are kind of floppy now. I don't know if they were always like that. But kind of.
And we have a lot of memories here at the farm, including this one, a little piglet tornado. This is Fiona's
so excited.
Piglet.
How small Helen was.
Oh, you could put them all in a laundry basket.
Yeah, you could.
And now you need a transport truck to move them. Oh my gosh, we did it. We made it to the end of another episode of Barnside Chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ways to help us here at the farm are come and volunteer with us. Perhaps donate something from the Amazon wish list. Become a monthly donor, make a one-time donation, or come and join us for a work day. You can check us out on our other channels over on YouTube and on Instagram. We would love to come and tour you around the farm, so please come and do that. I would be doing the organization a disservice if I didn't express our need for monthly donors. Monthly donors are what allow us to make really smart, sound financial decisions for the residents. If that's something that you're able to do, head on over to happilyeverester.ca and donations are tax deductible in Canada and the US. Thanks so much for being a part of the Barnside Chat community. My name's Derek.
My name's Andrea.
And we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.